Jackie Chan and Jet Li have had multiple turns at playing Wong Fei-hung in their kung fu movies. For the most part, the paths of the two kung fu legends have only converged once on the big screen, which was the time Jackie Chan and Jet Li starred together in The Forbidden Kingdom. However, their history with real-life kung fu master Wong Fei-hung marks gives them another connection. Along with Bruce Lee, the two are widely regarded as the biggest stars in the history of kung fu movies. Chan and Lee have all led separate, thriving careers as leading actors, each playing a long list of characters over the decades. Due to the number of projects both have all been involved in, it may not necessarily come as a surprise that there's been some overlap with their roles. What is out of the ordinary, though, is the fact that there's one character that both actors have played, not once, but twice. Jackie Chan and Jet Li played Wong Fei-hung a combined 6 times. Combined, the two stars have had a total of 6 opportunities to bring Wong Fei-hung to life. Of the two, the first to play the martial artist was Chan, who portrayed him in Yuan Wuping's Drunken Master, the 1978 movie that helped launch the actor to stardom to Hong Kong. More than a decade later, Jet Li was cast as Wong in Once Upon a Time in China, which offered a completely different, less comedic take on the martial artist's life, so much that it's easy to forget that Drunken Master's hero and Once Upon a Time's protagonist are the same person. Once Upon a Time in China's success led to it quickly becoming a franchise, one that called for Li to reprise the role in 2 direct sequels, plus a spin-off titled Last Hero in China. His last stint as the character came with 1993's Once Upon a Time in China 3, which didn't end the Once Upon a Time in China series but did create a break in Li's time as the character, who was recast with Vincent Chow. During this time, Drunken Master 2 brought back Chan to play his version of Wong 16 years later. 3 years later, Li also returned to the Wong role, playing him one final time in Once Upon a Time in China and America. Who Wong Fei-hung was in real life. Jet Li in Once Upon a Time in China 2 pick. As for the real Wong Fei-hung, historical records provide a great deal of information about his life, though much of what's said about him is built on folklore and lacks in concrete proof. Born in 1847, Wong lived in China during the Qing dynasty and learned Hung Gar martial arts from his father, as depicted in both aforementioned movie franchises. He also trained under several other famed martial artists as well, which helped him master all sorts of kung fu techniques and styles, the most famous of which being the shadowless kick. In addition to his expertise in kung fu, Wong was also proficient in medicine. Using these skills, Wong spent much of his time working as a physician. This contributed greatly to the respect and goodwill he achieved in the era. He also taught what he had learned as a martial artist in schools he had opened, spreading his knowledge and increasing his fame further. The positive impression he left on people seemingly impacted Chinese legends, which often characterize him as a hero who defended others from oppressive forces like the Imperial Japanese Army.